What's good, guys? It's AJ, and we got another UU match against Revengeboyz. I know I uploaded against them before, but this match was pretty cool and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm actually using a team that I made like 4 months back. I don't even remember how to use it, but I'm just basically refreshing my mind on how to use this kind of shit because back then I think I was doing pretty well with it. So threats on my team, my Blastoise, nothing on this team wants to get a Scald or the potential Scald burn. Shaman looks like a problem, and Rotom looks like a problem too because Overheat hits everything for neutral damage, and Azumarill is not going to appreciate that shit. But if I don't look out for if he gets Rocks up and Azumarill, like if he sets up Toxic Spites or Rocks or anything like that and Azumarill gets in on this, or if PZ gets the full setup with like Dual Dance, Nasty Plot, Agility, or like Life Orb, Agility, that can actually be a problem. But I'm gonna lead off with my Blastoise as he leads off with his Azumarill. I'm actually just gonna go for the Scald, just to get damage off on anything because I know he wouldn't stay in, because Blastoise is just gonna stand there like a rock. Nothing's gonna happen to it. So over here, he's gonna predict the switch or just want to get my Blastoise get like poison and shit. He's actually gonna miss on my Rotom. We'll see later how that works out because I actually don't know if it mattered. Well, I'm in disbelief because I'll explain why later, but you'll see. He tries blocking my Volt Switch as I go for the Overheat, predicting that. I mean, he just got, like, his Krookodile just got popped, and, this dick-nosed Krookodile can eat a dick because, like, it doesn't even do anything with Stone Edge. So he's actually going to switch back into his Dusclops as I go straight for the Scald. I'm hoping for the burn this time because, like, Dusclops, seeing how it's just going to stand here for this team, is going to take a while to take down because of its, like, Eviolite and great defenses and whatnot. But yeah, I'm actually gonna go into my I don't get the burn, and I'm actually just gonna go into my Shaman because whatchamacallit, I want to absorb the status and hit something up with a Seed Flare, and hopefully I can get a Split off or something like that, or 2-hit KO or some shit, But he's actually gonna go for the Pain Split, which is gonna give him a fuck ton of HP back, and Toxic is gonna wear me down to the point where the next Toxic plus his Seismic Toss will knock me. So I'm actually gonna have to go for the rest here and get all my HP back. You're probably wondering why the fuck am I running that weird weird HP spread or some shit like that, but it's just a bulky Shaman. All right. That's it. So yeah, you're probably wondering what kind of fucking nickname was that. It was just the name backwards. So yeah, I think in my previous video I mentioned it with Magnezone too, because what the hell is an Enazingam? Did that make any sense? But holy shit, man, over here he burns me. He showed me the Toxic from before, so I'm like, yo, dual status for real, dog? And he's just like, yeah, man, nobody sees it coming. So I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. I'm sacking his bullshit because I don't like burnt banded Crobat. No one does, and it's really upsetting. So over here I actually calced the numbers. I got like a flipping decimal or some shit, and I knew I can live at 1, so this is why I could have saved it for Death Fodder and went into Togekiss, but I didn't want to risk the non-flinch and him statusing me. So yeah, over here I'm actually gonna go for the Earth Power because I don't have to go for the Sea Flare. I mean, Sea Flare does like nearly half, and over there he said that the crit mattered, but for me not. Like, it really did, because Sea Flare, as you saw from last time, it did like a buttload. So over here I'm actually gonna go for the switch into Blastoise. As he goes for the Crunch, it does nothing because max defense. Look at that, nice form and everything, man. Like, holy shit. I'm gonna go for another Scald just to knock this just to dunk this Krookodile. So yeah, I don't know, I've always looked at Krookodile's nose and never got it straight because this, I don't know, man, it bothers me. But yeah, he's actually gonna go to his PZ now. I'm actually gonna have to stay in because this thing is a threat. So whether it's adaptability, Life Orb, specs, or anything like that, I just want to see what happens here. So I see the Life Orb recoil, so I'm assuming that it's like Agility or some shit. So I'm like, oh shit, this thing's a threat, so I gotta get rid of this thing ASAP. So over here he's actually gonna go for his Nidoqueen, the switch in the Nidoqueen, and now this thing isn't a problem because I just overheated the shit out of this thing. And look at that, timid Scarf. That's how much it does to Nidoqueen. So Specs knocks it the fuck out. So yeah, that's not defensive in any way. I'm assuming because Nidoqueen is more in terms of stat spread or natural. Well, you know what I mean. Like, it's not as defensive, not as offensive as Nidoking. So this is what I was fearing, but I knew with my Rhyperior, especially with the Life Orb, he takes an automatic 30% right off the bat because of the Life Orb and how many hits he's gonna hit me up with. Because over there he's like, he took off 10 from before, then another 10 now, and I took off a whole like a buttload with Earthquake. So you know, now he's gonna have to lose his PZ. So you know, I'm like, phew, okay, I should have this game, as long as, you know, he doesn't crit me or his Hitmon top is like Life Orb or some wild shit like that. And you know, it actually ends up being fucking Life Orb, because over here I was expecting the Azumarill, because you know, like, unless the Hitmon top was offensive, you'd have to take more of offense. If you're down, I think it's a lot more beneficial if you take a more offensive approach to your games. So I don't know, that's just me, and you know, don't quote me on that shit, because sometimes it don't work. But yeah, this is where I think the actually no, it didn't fucking matter. I had a Togekiss, so the toxic miss didn't matter in my eyes, because I would have died anyway, and he would have died anyway, because you know, timid max special attack Togekiss does knock out like non-defensive or whatever Hitmon top. So over here, knowing that he would die to Life Orb, I'm just gonna go for the nasty plot, and you know, yeah, pretty much game, because I don't have a lot of defense investment, but I have enough to survive 1 HJK, 1 Flare Blitz from Darmanitan, 1 HJK from Mienshao, as I mentioned, but not the Pokemon. But yeah, the game's pretty much in the bag. He's gonna knock me out with an Aqua Jet over here, and what I have left is a pretty bulky Shaman. It's not that bad, but you know, it works, and it outspeeds certain things, so I'm happy with it. And it's not gonna do anything because of the resist and everything. So I'm gonna knock it with an Earth Power, because I don't want to miss Seed Flare and him crit me, Mega crit me, and potentially lose the game or make it a tie. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. Rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and you guys take care.